Hey guys, so welcome to Rising Vibes. Tonight's show is not sponsored. However, I did want to direct you guys over to G Body Parts Connect. That's the business name on Instagram. You guys can check out any thing that G Body Parts Connect sells. Things like Dunk emblems, bought Chevy emblems. There's a whole lot of new things that G Body Parts Connect has for sale now. If you guys want to check any of it out, please make sure you go follow G Body Parts Connect. Also, if you missed any of tonight's episode of Rising Vibes, make sure that you catch the full replay on YouTube. Click the link in my bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're coming up on 5 years of Rising Vibes, which is hard to believe. But September 2nd, 2019 is when we started. September 2nd, which is a Monday, 2024, we'll be taking it back to the very first guest that I had on Rising Vibes, which you guys all know who it is because I posted it today. So that's what we'll be doing. Now, tonight's guest is Sudi. Y'all know I tell Sudi all the time, I feel like he's been running from me for about a good, strong, I'll go with 4 years. I feel like Sudi's been running from me for 4 years, but he's been busy. He's had things going on. So now is the time that we're going to sit down. So while we wait for him to get in, you guys could go click the link in the bio and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you missed any of tonight's episode or you missed any of the past episodes, they're all on the YouTube channel. So let me go ahead and get Sudi in. And also, let me just tell y'all this. While I'm waiting for him to get on, right? Usually, I don't ask messy questions, right? Because I feel like my guests are taking time out of their busy schedule. So okay, there you go. All right, so let me say this. I'm going to give you your flowers while you're here, right? Usually, I will not ask my guests messy questions. And I'm going to tell y'all, I called Sudi and told him about these questions. And he was like, ask every one of them questions. And I'm going to answer every one of them questions. So, first I want to tell you, hey, Mom.
Hi.
So, first I want to tell you, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. And let us get in your business a little bit.
Great.
So,
Go ahead.
First question I have is I'll start off with my questions and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, so tell me how you got started being into cars and eventually started painting cars.
Let me see. It's been damn near 1980. Let me see right quick. 81. From 1981. Let me see how it started. Oh boy. I think it's 81. You know, while I was in high school, I went to this I went to Killian, 81.
Right.
Then I went to this, I guess how your electives. So instead of PE and all that stuff, I decided that I guess you could take a trade, and I took up a trade.
Right.
For about 3 years.
Okay.
That's how I got into it. From there on.
So that was in 81.
Yeah, from 1981 on.
So you've been doing
81.
81.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started in 1981.
So you
a place called Robert Morgan. It's a Robert Morgan in Miami. It's not in Quran. Yep, I used to paint mopeds.
Not mopeds.
Yeah, I did. I used to paint mopeds.
Right.
I used to paint mopeds in my mom's yard for about $10.
Oh wow.
I did. And I used to paint bicycles and mopeds. When I used to get out of school, and then it just went on from there.
Right.
It's a long story, and I had a friend of mine who really helped me, but he's dead now. He's sleepy. He was the buff guy. Right. He wanted to really help me. He actually had more faith in me than I had in myself. He must have saw something in me.
Really?
Yeah, he did. We've been friends since 1981. He used to tell me, "So, why don't you paint my moped? I want you to paint my moped."
Right.
I thought I was like good. And I started painting mopeds, and you know, he got me a few paint jobs and went from there.
So he got your first paint jobs for you.
Yeah, got Sleepy. That's my homeboy.
Yeah.
You know, the buff dude. He died a couple years ago. He used to work for me. Yeah,
I saw that.
yeah, he got me one of my first paint jobs. We go way, way back. We got history together. Yep, we sure did.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Um, so should we go ahead and get right into these? Should we
Go
should
ahead.
we skip to the messy questions? Cause I'm
Go
not
ahead. Hey,
I
I'm
really
all
usually
open.
okay, let me say
Yeah.
this. It makes me uncomfortable to ask my guests messy questions, but you told me to ask
Ask
them. So I'm
him.
gonna ask them. All right. So let me just go ahead. All right, I guess I'll just get right into it. Um, they asked, why does Ross call you Fufu?
Yeah, Ross loved the internet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ross was I was a big fan of Ross. I still am.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought me a few cars. Everything was so. I think what really did is what I think. He had bought the Chevelle.
Okay.
He had want me to do, and it was a bucket. And I told him I couldn't do it.
Right.
It was too bad. And I guess he got pissed off. That's one of the things I know. He got pissed off. I told him you got to come get it. And it was too bad. It was really, really, really bad.
Right.
And I told him come get it. And then I had what happened was I did a 76 for him,
Okay.
and everything was good. Look at the damn Coke, his damn comments. Coke is a mother. Anyway, the 76, the piece I did, I didn't, I didn't take the car apart. Someone else did, and I think I took a minute on the car, and he was really upset. I took a minute, you know, and which I shouldn't have, but I did. 'Cause I had other things was going on,
Right.
and then I gave it. I guess I gave the car to his homeboy, the middleman who had brought the car to me. I didn't put the car together, but, so I guess he had put the car together, and I guess
Right.
while he was putting the car together, he messed up a couple of spots, so he brought it back to me. So, why don't you fix this for me? And he didn't tell
Mm-hmm.
Ross exactly what was going on, and so when we tried to fix it for him, and
Right.
Ross, he told Ross, "Oh, that's how I put the car together." I said, "Nigga, I ain't put that car together. You
Mm-hmm.
did."
Right.
And he got mad from there.
So here's the thing, like when it comes to um when it comes to situations where it's your word versus my word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It could be a little bit. I feel like it's always three sides to every story.
yeah,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
It's your side, my side, and the
And
truth.
then it's the truth.
Right. And usually your side might not be, I'm not saying you per se,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying how
yeah,
life
yeah,
goes, right?
yeah,
You going this one person gonna tilt it to how they need it to be.
yeah, yeah,
The next person gonna tilt it to how they need it to be. And
yeah,
then the truth is usually somewhere in the middle.
yeah,
You get what I'm
yeah. It
saying?
was
So when that
honestly,
happens,
but Ross, it was really, it was a lot more than that. But I'm not gonna get into
right,
that.
right.
I can get messy, but I'm
Yeah.
not.
Well, like I said, it's already really uncomfortable for me to ask messy
No, go
questions because
ahead.
I really don't do it.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these out the way. How about that?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They ask, why did you steal Coke steering wheel?
I didn't, I didn't steal it at all.
Okay.
I don't do that. You
Okay.
know, what happened was I guess him and my son must have had one of my kids
Uh-huh.
some type of deal going. And I don't know what happened after that. And my son had a deal. And somehow I don't know what happened,
So
but I had nothing to do
somehow
with
you
it.
got involved.
When it's like family or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't know what happened.
Right.
I know I didn't steal it. I don't get down like that. I don't steal.
Right.
So As far as I know, I didn't do that.
Whew, boy, these questions. The next question is, why did Trick Daddy car have other parts on it?
First of all, that's not even damn true.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, he brought his car to me, took
Right.
the car apart. No. Matter of fact, I didn't take the car apart. He brought the car with all the parts. What got me? He bought his car with me with all the parts off the car.
Right.
I painted it. And then he brought the part. I put a couple of parts on the car that was in the car. That's all I did. And I don't know why he said that. When he came to me, all the parts was on the car, and he had his parts. I'm like,
Right.
bruh, that wasn't even no true. You know what I mean? I guess at that time, I guess he was doing that food thing.
Yeah.
He was when he was doing that food thing, and him and Ross came. I guess they was trying to blow the food thing up, and then they came and said all that stuff. Sudamar, Sudamar, foo. And that
Right.
was around the time when me and Ross kind of fell out a little bit.
Right.
But nah, man, I did put whatever parts he had in the car, he had left in the car. I put them on, just a few pieces. You
Yeah.
know, he just added more to it.
Right.
But no, he just added more to it.
Um, the last question that I deem kind of messy, like I don't know these people, but
But go
this
ahead, go
person
ahead.
asked, why did Fat Boy the Legend get his car repainted?
No. When you mentioned that to me, I called Fat Boy myself today.
Right.
No, his car's still gold. Somebody else I painted his car candy brandy wine or something, and he didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
Then he brought it to me, and I painted it gold. His
Right.
car didn't get painted at all. No,
Right.
no, no, no. His car's still gold. I painted the gold one.
Okay. So
Yeah.
those were all the messy questions. I'll get to the other ones. I was ready to get those out the way because
No, but go ahead.
I
Go
just
ahead. That's
do
not
I
messy. That's
just
nothing.
pride myself on not being messy with my guests, especially since y'all taking the time out of y'all busy schedule to sit down and talk to me. The least
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can do is be, a good journalist, right? All right. So someone asked, how long did it take you to master the two-tone pack?
yeah. That's a good question. Well, what happened was this. I think it was in. I think it was probably 1990 something. It was a shop perfect in Miami. They used to do the candies fade, and I had a friend of mine named Gary, who was my partner. 1989, Wet Looks. We was partners. Yeah, he's in Georgia now. Shop called Wet
Okay.
Looks. Very good friend of mine. He was my business partner. And I, when we was doing the candy, we used to do one tone, and he used to tell me, "Hey, there's a shop in Miami, do these fades." I said fade, and I said I don't know how to do that. And he said, "I think I have an idea how to do it." And but what he did, he came up with the fade how he thought it was, and he had it. But I didn't like that fade. I thought it was too high and it was too dark.
Right.
So somehow I stopped playing with it. I stopped blending it. And I said, "Bruh, this is right here. I think we got it." He said, "Nah, Sue, they don't like that." I said, "Bruh, that fade look like when a nigga get a soup bowl, dark, light, dark, light." That's what I said. He said, "Nah, bro, Sue." He told me, "Sue, bro, that's how they do it." I said, "Well, I tell you what, you can do it that way, but I ain't gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it my way."
Right.
And it took me a good um, couple of years to really master it.
Right.
you know. So I just went a little lower than he did, and I didn't made it too dark. But back then, back then in the 80s and 90s, that's how they did it.
Right.
That's how Perfect did it. And I just took it to another level.
Right.
Yep,
But
I took it to another level.
but you've been doing it since, like you said, you went to like trade
Yeah,
school in '81.
yeah,
So
yeah.
really, technically, you've been kind of mastering. When did you feel like, okay, I got it. I have mastered my craft.
Well, when I said I mastered the fade, mastered the craft, let me see. Because when we actually tell you the truth, when we actually first started painting, our paint job was cloudy. Because I was actually learning,
Right.
and people they used to tell me, they say, "Sue, why your paint job look so cloudy like that?" I used to say, "That's a flop in it." They said, what? Yeah, man. Why look all dark and light spots? I'd say, that's the flap in it. It's changing colors. That really wasn't supposed to be like that. Because I was learning.
Right.
And, I had to do what I had to do, and then from there, I took it to another level.
Right.
And then I started mastering the colors, different colors and stuff. It took years, man, a lot of practice. And
Well,
back then, like I told you, people will accept the way it was
right.
because that's how it was back then. Only a few people was painting candies in the 80s and the 90s. Only a
Right.
few people.
Right.
But I know I did it wrong. I just had to master it.
Right. So you just had to come up with something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like what they say, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and I did. I faked it for some years. And they said, check this out. And even up to now, they say, hey, listen, I want your paint to look like how it was in the 90s and 80s. And no, the hell you don't. Nah.
You probably like, bless your heart, you ain't even know it was effed up.
No, man. No, I actually didn't know it. I was just trying to get it. I was trying to fix it.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh, the
people.
people
They
didn't
said they wanted it
know.
different.
No, they didn't know. And then around that time, for the painters, we wasn't doing base coat then. We were doing straight enamel. I know it's
Right.
very, very, very hard from painters. It was straight urethane. Was the base coat? The base coat. I didn't really like it because it didn't have the glow like it's supposed to. So I learned how to paint the candies with enamel. Which is very, very hard. Me and my brother Derek. Shout out to my brother Derek. He was with me for all these years. He went from paint. He went from washing cars, cutting grass, to to painting candies. Yeah, man. We took it off. We took off from there. So
Right.
I really liked it. And then you know what? Let me tell you something. One thing about me, I really loved what I was doing. I did. I really love what I was doing, and when you put love in anything that you do, I don't care what it is, you put love in anything that you do.
Right.
Majority of times, it's gonna come out right.
Right.
And that's what I did. I actually love what I did. And after a while, it kind of goes away. You lose that love for it, and then when you start losing that love for it, just like in a relationship, it usually go bad. And
Right.
sometimes you can't be in it for the money. I
Yeah.
know that. I mean, it helps. You know, you be in it because you love what you're doing. You know,
Right.
and then in my business, you lose it, you gain it, you lose it, you gain it.
Why do you think so many people you come under fire so much? You know what I mean? Why do you think so many people like I feel like people have so much to say. Well, I won't just talk about just you in general. I'll say this.
No, I
I feel
would.
like people
Go ahead.
have a lot to say on the internet, but them same people a lot of times won't say that same thing to your face.
Well, hold on for a second. I gotta tell my mom something. Hold on. Mom,
Okay.
I'm not thinking. Hold on. Call Joanne. Trying to let her know I'm on internet. I want her to listen.
You want internet on what?
No, tell them I'm on IG, Instagram. I want them to listen.
You want her to listen?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, go ahead. What you saying now?
Why do you
Sorry about
feel
that.
why do you think you come under fire so much? Like why do you think
Well,
people
because you know
have so
why?
much to say when it comes to you?
Well, when you've been in the business, when you be in the business for damn near 40 years, 35 years,
Right.
and you've been around, and you up here, you up here,
Right.
and other shops, other people's up there,
Right.
they're gonna try to knock you down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, my name come up a lot of times because who I am, been a long time. Oh, that's Sudi. Okay. And them other shops, they're not really known. Let's go after him. And I bring a lot of controversy, some good, some bad.
Right.
You know, and I bring a lot of controversy inside the paint game, especially being so long. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not gonna say that I'm not the best. I let the people say it. They say when it comes to candies,
Right.
you know, I'm up there. I'm not saying I'm number one, number two, number three, but you got to bring my name up once it comes to the candy apple paint
Right.
job, and so people got to say certain things because once you start doing what you're doing, I'm better than Sue. I'm better than Sue. I said, okay, no
Right.
problem. I ain't gonna respond too much. I'm not the type of person to really say too much. You know, so they're gonna respond. They're gonna say stuff about me. You know, they sometimes to get clout. Not everybody, but sometimes to get clout, and I don't mind. You know, I don't mind. I love it.
Do you ever feel like, okay, maybe I should just respond? You know what I'm
Sometimes,
saying?
and
Maybe I should just.
and I have, and then you know what I mean, because and I've gotten backlash. I've gotten backlash at times because sometimes I may say the wrong thing.
Right.
You know, and then they be wanting. I say something and they say something. You know, and and I'll talk for a minute. I say, you know what? Let me leave this alone. I'm damn near 59 years old. I don't need all.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you know.
This is what I think in reference, and I tell people this a lot. My grandma used to always tell me, when you argue with a fool, it's hard for onlookers to tell which one is the fool.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So, and I don't really think it. I understand when you say you almost 59, but it don't even really have
But I'm 59.
nothing to do.
For the
Huh?
record, I am 59.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, but they don't really have nothing to do with age. I just think it comes with being with wisdom and being in tune with your star player.
Most
Like, you
definitely.
cannot comment. You cannot. I never see, like, let's use somebody like a Cardi B or a Gabrielle Union, or they never respond to comments. They
Yeah,
probably don't even look at the comments. First of all, they don't even run their own social media.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So looking at the comments and responding to what somebody has to say, the first thing I would do is just go ahead and block them.
Well, you
But I
know,
don't really block. I don't block people. I'm just be honest. I don't block them.
okay, okay. Well, you know, I mean, I don't really block, especially when they get messy, when they start doing those threats and stuff. I block you, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't really pay attention to that. You know, I'm a pretty humble guy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Sometimes I might joke a little bit and probably have a little fun sometimes with some of the you know, some of the people I know. But I don't really mean no harm.
yeah.
That's how I am. You know what I mean? But
So you have threats,
yeah, nigga, you talk. Oh my goodness! Sometimes you have a guy car for a while. Sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes it's their fault.
right?
You know, for real, man. Telling you, sometimes I don't want to do it no more. I get up, I ain't doing this no more. But you know, this is all I know. You know, for real. But I've gotten better. You know, sometimes it's my business. I mean, sometimes I've done bad business, not intentionally. It's like that in this type of game.
Right.
Come on, man. You know, for real. But it's like that. Yeah, I'm not the type of person like you say you're gonna do something to me. I'm not gonna say, yeah, nigga, bring it, bring it. No, man, I ain't. You know, I'm humble. You know.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, bro. I messed up. Let's try to fix it.
Well, I will say this: not knowing your business when it comes to your shop, but I've worked at a very popular shop, right?
Uh huh.
And this is what I tell people all the time. I could be sitting there present for the conversation,
Uh huh.
right? I
Yeah.
heard it with my own two ears. And then the person will leave the shop and get on social media and say something that totally didn't happen. And it's not my business to say it, but I be inside screaming like, bro, that is not what happened. You are lying.
Sure.
And then when people run to the internet, it's who can run first or who can scream the loudest. And because you don't respond, now you not telling the truth. You get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like whoever can yell the loudest or get and tell their side
Yeah.
first. You feel
It's
what
for
I'm
the
saying?
internet. Just for the internet. No joke. A lot of stuff is for the internet. People trying to get clout. You know, it's for the internet. It really is. You know. But hey, that's what it is. That's how people eat sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't really partake in that type of stuff. Like I said, I really stay far away from it, but I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I say, I can be standing there present for a conversation and I know exactly what happened. And this person is, and I be wanting, listen, the G in me, right? The G in me is like, say something. But then the other side be like, KP, this is not your circus or your monkeys. It's not your business. You just shut up. You just sit back and watch the show. Because I feel like eventually the truth always comes out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So, what's one of the biggest things that you fought? What's one of the biggest things that you have had the opportunity to learn since you have been in the business that you wish you knew initially?
I say it again. What you say?
What's one one of the biggest things that you have had the opportunity to learn since you've been in the business that you wish you knew initially?
Um, better management, straight up. And not greed, you know. Uh, you know, well, what really screwed me up when I had those block parties and those Sudamar fest and all that stuff, my money's really coming in. If I'm just not a good manager. That's one thing I'm not. I'm not. But I can talk and sell.
Right.
Better management. I should have better. I should have been better management.
So
That's big.
somebody did ask when you're gonna do Sooty Fest again, if you're gonna do Sooty Fest again.
I'm working on something. I'm trying to do something this year. I'm getting with some guys right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I got to kind of clean my face up a little more.
Oh, so you don't feel like your face is clean?
Not all the way, but it's getting there.
Okay.
It's getting there. It's getting better. I
But
know
I
one thing is getting
will
worse.
say this: at least it's like knowing is half the battle. And if you know that you should clean your face,
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Can't
yeah,
nobody tell you. You know that that's something that you should do.
yeah. That's what I'm working on. You know what I mean? It's getting there though. Straight up, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's hard though. I tell you that. When you fall, trying to get back up, it's very hard. But I'm not going backwards. I know that.
Right.
You know.
What's been the hardest part?
Workers. Finding good workers is very, 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 it's extremely hard. Not even workers, good workers.
Right.
They're very hard to find.
Right.
Sometimes I have to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's my fault with some of the workers I have. Most of my workers have been with me for years. Like my painter Joe, he's been with me almost 30 years.
Wow.
30 years. And I just found out the other day he was turning 70 this year. I'm like, what the hell?
Wow.
I just found it the other day, you know what I mean? And most of my guys been with me for years. That's a good thing,
Right.
Most of my guys been with me 15 years, 20 years. And that's a good thing. Then trying to find other people to come into the business, and to learn,
Right.
you know.
Especially since your homeboy passed.
Yeah, sleepy. Yeah, man, I miss him. I miss him dearly, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and it was funny because, when he passed, let me talk about it real quick. Give you a couple minutes on that. What happened was, he used to piss me off. We all used to argue and fight. We always been like that, argue and fight. And Sleepy was a perfectionist. He really, really was. He would put his heart in the buff in these cars. He would go in there and he would try to make the cars look so good and so wet that he used to mess up. And then because he have a lot of pride, he used to tell me after cars to be burnt, I just Sleep, bro, you burning the cars. Man, fix it. He used to tell me, fix it. I used to get mad. And then I got tired. I said, man, I don't want this nigga working for me no more, man. I ain't with this junk. I got mad and he left. We wasn't talking at all. And it's sad. We wasn't talking at all. I left. He left and I did something I shouldn't have did. I wanted him to leave because he was messing the cars up. Not intentionally, but he was stubborn and he left trying to find another job. And my son used to tell me, talk to Sleep, talk to him, talk to him. I said, no, I ain't talking to him. No, I ain't talking to him. And he used to call, to check up on the shop, check us how we doing. And I didn't really want to talk to him.
Right.
And then his girlfriend called me. I think he was working in Miami. I mean, up north somewhere. The dealer called me. He said, hey, Sleepy had to go to the hospital. I'm like, what? Yeah, they said he found him unresponsive, at the dealer. I'm like, what the hell? Yes, and so, boy, it's deep. So they called. I said, what hospital you at? What hospital you at? And I said, she told me. So I went to call. I went to call. So I called his peoples, in a Theban hospital. And so somehow I think they went up there, and he was on the life's machine with all the pipes on him. I said, oh shoot! And I felt so bad because we wasn't talking and all of that. That's why you got to cherish your friendship. And they said they gave him like a couple of days to live. I said, what the hell? So I broke down. I was crying, and his people was there. That was the only number that's the only number she had was mine's. You know, he used to tell her anybody, anything happened to me, was call me. You know, so I said, Sleepy, Sleepy, come on, Mo, let's do this, let's do this. We can do this together. You know, and he started moving his hands a little bit. You know, but I think he already was dead. You know what I mean? That's just his nerves. And I was okay. He looking good. He looking good. They was telling me talk to him. I was talking to him. And the next day, I think is he died. And I would never forget. I never forgot. I done hurt so. Even after now, I done hurt so bad. You know, because I felt I could have fixed it. You know what I mean? You know, because he had high blood pressure and everything. You know, and his girlfriend said he stopped taking it when he left the shop, and I felt so bad. You know, we've been friends since 1980. We've been friends. Certain things he'll take to the grave. We was friends. That's why I always cherish. That's why you gotta cherish your friends and cherish your family members. And you know, certain things that I can go on, but so much things I've learned over the last few years. That's it.
Yeah, so that's kind of one of the things that I live by. Like, it's nothing so bad that I just won't at least have a conversation with you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's so I don't know what it was that y'all went through, but that was a life lesson for
yeah.
you, right?
Yes,
It taught
yes, it
you
was.
it taught you what it needed to teach you. It's sad you had to
Yeah,
learn at that expense
yeah,
or in that way. But now
yeah,
you know we're going forward not to do that.
yeah, yeah. It was deep, man. You know what I mean? That's why and right now people are dying like a mother. Oh my, oh, you know what? As you get older, you see more people dying than anything. That's why you got to cherish your friendship. You know what I mean? Because once they're gone, that's it. You don't want to be at the funeral saying, "Oh, I could have, should have, did that. Oh, why didn't I do that? If only I know." It's tough, man. It's very, very, very tough.
And
You
at
know,
one
for
point, y'all was really inseparable.
what? We was, man. We used to be on the internet. You see Stu, you see Sleeping Sue, you know. He was like really feeling so good. He was into it, you know. But the nigga was messing the cars up, man. He was, but I know he didn't do it intentionally. I know, but he wasn't listening.
Right.
I think his pride got in the way. His pride got in the way. He was trying to buff his cars. So glowed. That's what he was calling them, you know. And he was buffing the cars and it was coming up. Then niggas out burning the cars. They sleep, bro, slow down, man. Man, you don't tell me how to buff. I said, oh, goodness, man.
That's what he told you. You don't tell him how to buff.
Buff. Yeah, man. I'm like, bro, come on. I'm paying you. What you mean? You're burning the cars up.
Right.
You know? Man, this is what I buff, man. I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, and I know he don't mean no harm. You know, he mean well. He mean well, man, you know. For real. I miss him so much.
But
For
the
I
only
really do.
thing is, when it comes to meaning well and actually doing well, when it comes to these cars, especially the level that they on now,
Yeah.
you know it's rough.
You got
It's
it.
rough with these cars.
And people don't realize it's really, 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 really rough, man. You got to be careful. Another thing, you're taking all these cars, and back then, let me explain to you real quick. Back then, when we used to do the cars, we never did them the way we do them now. Back then, it was sand down, tape up and paint, no blocking. You know, it's called a wet and wavy. Paint job all wet, but the body wavy. And that's
Right.
what that's honestly that what was accepted back then.
Right.
Until the internet have really really changed it.
Yeah.
We never shaved no firewalls or all like that. We didn't all that. I always did good colors,
Right.
always my colors always. That's one thing I mastered. Because I didn't really want my paint job to look like any other paint jobs.
Right.
Because you look like if you do it and you go by the book, you look like everyone else.
Right.
So one of the things I did, I really want my candies to stand out, different
Uh huh.
than any other candies. I wanted,
Right.
I wanted that, and I mastered that.
Right.
I really, really mastered that. And I like the teals. My teals, come on, you might see other people close to them. The orange, the reds. It's just the purples. Look at my nigga head, 95th president.
Right.
Come on, bro. That's a real masterpiece right there. You know. I had some help with other shops, the buff guy really did his thing. But that's a masterpiece right there, especially the color. You know what I mean? They can try it. You might get lucky.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I know I got on a lot of shops is the fade on the colors. I go in there and I whip them colors up and I play with it. I play with it. And I say, you know what, this is it right here. Because when you've been around for all these years, and when you've been around for all these years, and you can see you see every single colors. And one thing about me, I have it all up in here. I don't got it written down. I have it all up in here. I don't know why, but I have it because I don't trust
So
nobody.
you don't write down none of the combos.
No, no. I got it right here. As soon as I start doing it, I know exactly what it is.
That is
That's a gift from God. It's a gift from God. I can look at the color, I say, okay, I got it.
right.
Yeah. And that's one thing I'm good at.
Right. So, speaking of Head's car,
Yeah.
how did you feel when you got that call and found out what happened to Head?
I was shocked. I
I
was like, my nigga, what? I was so shocked. I was like, oh goodness, man. He really fell for the okey doke on that one. I didn't mean to say it like that, Yeah, I think he was just lit at the time when niggas tried him, you know. He
right.
was they just coming from the club. I guess he was lit a little bit, and the niggas bumped his car. He was in his Lexus. Nigga bumped in his car, and he got out. I guess he had his chain on and everything, and they gave him the business, and which was very, very sad. Very, very sad. Sad.
Right.
Head, probably the best. He's probably my most loyalist customer I had in all my life. You know, and I pray for him, his family, and what he's going through. I pray that he get back normal, which he is.
Yeah.
He's going through his therapy,
Yeah.
and he's doing good. He's gonna bounce back, stronger than ever.
And
You
not to
know.
mention, like, he is one of the funniest guys. Like, one of the most, like, one of the guys that's like, if anybody's on here has never been around Head, he is just like, I don't know how they see him on the internet or they feel he's portrayed on the internet, but he gonna talk to
Yeah.
you. He gonna be just making jokes. And
Yep.
then the one thing that I hate about that is, people always say that you have to leave your hometown in order
Yeah.
to thrive.
Yeah.
People feel like you got to leave your city or you got to leave your hometown in order to make it or in order to thrive or to not get killed or to not get hurt. And that's a
Yeah.
sad and unfortunate
Yeah.
situation in our community.
Yeah. They didn't have to do it like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm done. They really try to kill my nigga for real.
Right.
He tried to buck it and he tried to get out of there. Them niggas, that was really, 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 really sad. But he have a second chance of life. A lot of people prayed for him. You know what I mean? And he's a very, very good person. He's been around since the '90s.
Yeah.
95th president. He's been around. A
Right.
lot of people prayed for him and he pulled through. And he should be back rolling soon. He's still working on his car. I'm about finished it. Is that the buff shop? I guess you have to do some other things to it.
Right.
And
And
but
he's
he's
still one of your most loyal customers.
very. He is. I'm talking about when I was going through it. I was going through that mother. God. And he stood in that paint with me. He stood in there. It's very hard to find people like that.
I saw
There's a few
that
other people did too. Like Bunye, my nigga.
Yeah.
Bunye, yeah. That's my nigga. Hey, that's my Broward nigga right there.
Ted and Bonye swear
Yeah,
by you. They like,
man.
and
A lot of them
they'll
do,
get
but
on
them too.
and say it. They'll be like Bonye gonna say it. Bonye like, man, I know she be messing up, but I'm gonna stick beside it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Be gonna do his car over though, frame off and everything. He can get a real frame off.
that's
Oh shoot, I'm not supposed to say nothing about that.
yeah, you probably want. Hey, now we know.
Yeah.
So at this point, where do you see yourself going in the next? Because you told us your age. Where do you see yourself?
Honestly, right now, I'm 59, straight up, but I don't see me stopping no time soon, because I actually love it. I actually really, really love what I do. And I'm 59. I don't think I look 59. I don't dye my hair or none of that. This is all natural. I'm not grayed up, which is a blessing. But I got really, really love for the game. I really, really do. But I see me stepping up more. I see us stepping up a lot more because the game have really, really changed, and these shops have took it to another level. I'm going to be up there. We are up there right now. We are working on perfection, details. You know what I mean? We're working on details. I'm more on the detail level right now. I still got a little more time to go. But I'm looking at a lot of details. So telling other shops, I'm coming for y'all. But hey, listen, it's a lot of money out here.
Right.
There's a lot of money out here. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of money, there's enough money out here for all the shops. You know, you just gotta stop your game up and do your thing. You know, and don't try to bash the other shops. I don't know why they do that. Come on, man, you ain't gotta do that to try to get clout or try. They do it to try to get clout. But come on, man, there's people out here with families. You know what I mean? What do you want a nigga go out there and do that thing? Come on, people are your families. There's working people are your families. You know, and the shop's probably got 5 employees, 6 employees. And you imagine they got their families and probably got wife and kids. Don't do that, man. That's not cool at all, man.
Right.
Just don't do that. There's enough money out here for everybody. That's one thing you don't see me do is bash other shops.
Right.
'Cause I know how it is to be bashed.
Yeah, because it was a time. It was one time I felt like, dang, every day somebody
Yeah.
was on your duty.
Ooh,
Every day.
they
What year was
was.
that? Was that in like what year was that?
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, like
It was a couple years ago.
20,
See,
was it
around
like
that time.
22?
Yeah, around the time when all the money was flowing out there, and
Yeah.
a lot of money, that PP money was out there.
Everybody was rich. So everybody
Everybody's
was
rich, you know what I mean? And the internet was popping harder than ever, So who to go to? Who wanted the most person been in business for all these days? Let's get Sudi. Let's do that. Sudi back at it again.
right.
Some of the niggas will do it for the YouTube. I ain't gonna call no name out. I'll leave it right there. But hey, everybody got to eat, and they come at me,
Right.
and it's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like that. Listen. Now, I'm not saying it's all their fault. There's a lot of times it's my fault. Sometimes
Right.
it ain't. So it's not all their fault. I give them the ammunition, and I've learned that. Hey, you can't give the people ammunition because they're gonna use it against you.
You better know it.
Yeah,
They're definitely gonna use it if you give it to them.
most definitely.
But then it's got to be situations where it's like how I said when I worked at that popular shop, you sitting up there listening and you know they lying. Like, why are you sitting up here lying? I'm not saying in all
Yeah,
cases because
yeah,
you said a lot of times you did get them ammunition, but
yeah.
sometimes it's just a blatant lie, and you like, bro, why are you lying on me?
It's like that. They just, they do it because they could, and they're mad, and they want some get back.
Right.
You done probably pissed them off, or they don't have all the money. I've had a lot of that happen. They don't have all their money, or you probably took a long time. It could be your fault. It could be their fault. So there's some get back. Customers are like that. They just like that, That's what it is. You just got to roll with the punches, man.
So when it comes to the business side, do you like, okay, say I bring my car.
Yeah.
Do you tell me, okay, this is what we're doing. We gotta invoice this, check. We're doing all this, right? And I say, well, what's the time frame? Do you give time frames, or what do you say? Guess when I'm done, or how does that go?
No. Well, that's one of the things. I guess one of the things I'm working on.
Okay.
As far as like customer service, my customer service is horrible. Whew. I gotta give that. It's not good.
Well, at
But
least you know.
no, it is. It's not good. But that's something I'm working on. I've gotten better.
Okay.
I said wood is really bad, but I've gotten way better at that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta for example, at one time, let me see, about a month ago, people didn't know this. I had about 2 employees, about a month and a half ago, two. I'm gonna leave it out there too, because one of my guys left or whatever things happened. And now, I got 7, 8. You know what I mean? Now when the employees not not coming in for whatever reason, you have to lie to the customers. They don't want to hear all of that.
Right.
Sometimes you tell them what you want to hear, and I pray, I really, really do. I pray to help me with that. And I've gotten way better on that. I used to have some cars here for a while. Customers still upset with me. But I guarantee this, from now on, I work on that.
Right.
I'm over the last probably year, I'm working on the better customer service. For real. Because then they want paying your bills. They don't want to feeding everybody. I'm working on that. It is, so.
What's the longest amount of time you've had a car?
Huh?
What's the longest amount of time you've had a car?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I've had certain cars for a while, straight up. I've had certain cars, and I'm trying to get them out. But
You
always
still got
like some money come in, and I'm trying to fix this, and something comes in, and they move it, especially the money in there. You know what I mean? It's just I've had customers cars for a while, and the guys in jail, and they've paid me to hold the cars 7, 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't try. One thing I don't do. Last time I haven't. I don't really put. I try not to put no liens on nobody cars. But
Listen,
sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
let me just say this. This is something that I tell anybody that I know with a shop, right? I
Yeah,
do understand unfortunate things happen, but business is business.
yeah. That's
So,
one of my weakness.
oh, okay.
Because I know how it is, to be in the streets. I know how it is not to have no money, and the car sitting here, and they say, "Oh, my car, Sue, please, man, don't sell it." I say, "Okay, I got you, bro," and I'll take and put it up. It's very. I have done that. You know what I mean? Because when I said this nigga getting life, he ain't getting that. I had to say it like that. He
Right.
got 20 years. You know what I mean? That's all right. You get 5, 6 years or whatever. You throw me a bone. That's all right. So.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a lot of y'all downfall
Yeah.
too. Business should be business.
Yeah.
Cause if the shoe was on the other foot, they was definitely gonna put you out there.
Oh,
They was definitely
definitely.
gonna throw you under the bus. I don't
Yeah.
know these people, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? But I just know a lot of y'all do have that soft spot for when them guys. I know guys that got a whole graveyard at they shops because they holding people cars.
Yeah.
They ain't heard from the
Yeah.
people. They don't know what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know if the person dead. They don't know what's
Yeah.
going on with the person. They just got the cars.
Yeah. That's one of the weaknesses that's with us. It is one of the weaknesses, but it's what it is. Like I told you, my customer service has gotten better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, I don't be wanting to lie. I really don't.
Right.
But sometimes you tell them what they want to hear, then you try to fix that lie. You make that lie the truth. I really don't be want to do that, man. You know what I mean? Because I pray for that, and I've gotten way better. You know, but I figure next year what we're gonna do. I think we can do really really good next year because we're not gonna be taking a whole bunch of cars because I'm cleaning up. So it'll be much better. You
It
know.
sound like how men do us. Y'all tell us what we want to hear.
Yeah, we do at times. You know what I mean? Like,
Y'all
but you
do
know what?
all
I've
the
seen,
time.
I've seen some of the shops. You know what I mean? Some of the shops. I already know about it. I've seen some of the shops that they're taking 3 cars and they take them a minute to do it, and they come out really good. Yeah, because my shop back in the days was a production shop, in and
Right.
out, in and out, in and out, sand on tape up and paint, in and out. And you can't do that no more.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to make sure these cars straight, bro. These cars got to be doors got to be closing, and it took me a minute to realize that. Really, really, really realize that. Because the internet, have really, really changed the industry, which is good, and I welcome that. I don't mind. I like it because I got love for it. You know, I got my homeboy Candy Killer, nice guy, a very, very nice guy. He's really going through it. And he paints very good. You know what I mean? And I really like him, and he's going through it right now. People talk a lot of junk about him, you know what I mean? I don't be liking that junk. I mean, he messed up just like I messed up, and people are taking his cars, which I understand, they're pissed off, but sometimes you have to give the guy a break and, work with him a little bit, and try to help him out. Okay, so, Killer, he say, fine, but he means well. He really do. He really, really means well, man. Good heart person. And he paints, honestly, he paints, you can't beat me, you can't beat me painting candies. I had to throw it in there. But he's, you know what? He's a very good guy, very nice guy. And what he been through, I've been through that.
Yeah.
So I already know how that is, man. For real. Still kind of going through it, not as bad as him, but he means well. He just took in more than he can chew, taking a lot more than he can chew because the money is good, especially I'm not saying you're not used to it, but a nigga come to you saying, $16,000, I'm gonna give you $10,000 up front, $12,000 up front, you know what I mean? What you gonna do? Then another nigga come in here, I wanna jump that line, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pay you all the money, but you gotta learn how to take control of that. Say, nah, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that because you know what I mean? You gotta say, I'm not doing that. Now you have to wait. I'm sorry, you can't take that money.
Right.
Because the devil's gonna work hard. Because he can want you. He knows your weakness.
Right.
He knows your weakness, and he's gonna come at your weakness. He's gonna come at your strength. He come at your weakness. One of my weaknesses was just taking in the money, taking in the cars, taking in the money. I don't do that no more.
Right.
No, I don't do that no more. I'll wait. And I'm saying no. I'll tell him my price so high, man. Let me back off, man.
Right. Right. So do you ever feel like during the time when you were going through, like you said, not going through what he's going through, but going through, something similar, or you've been through it. At that time, did you ever feel like, you know what, I'm done. I'm ready to give up?
I did for a day, but I
Hey,
just can't do that,
a
huh?
day,
Yeah,
Sudie?
because what happens if you ponder on it? You
Right,
get you're gonna beat yourself up. You can't, man. I'm ready to get out of this, man. Man, I don't want to do this no more. Man, I just thought about it for a minute. One thing I do, I answer my calls and I call back.
right,
That's one thing I do. People want to hear your voice. They want to hear, even if it's a lie, but they want to hear. You make that lie right. Man, I got to make this lie right, man. I don't want, but you got to, you understand, man. I got my mama, bro. They want to know where I'm at. For real, man. You can't be doing. You gonna have other people involved.
yeah,
Innocent people involved. You can't do that.
yeah,
You just can't do that, man. So my conscience, beats me up when I do certain things.
right.
It really does, man. I've gotten better. Like I said, I've gotten way better. My customer service has gotten better. Still need some work on it, but I've gotten better. I
And
got some
not
more
some
workers.
people don't have no chill, because I always told everybody who working on my car or has worked or will work on my car, listen, let me just tell you something. I don't fraud or scam or sell no dope. Every bit of money I get, I gotta work hard for, and I ain't got
Yep.
no boyfriend or husband backing me up.
Yeah.
So this money I'm finna come give you, this 14, 15, $16,000,
It's a lot of
you
money.
better do what you said you, or
Yeah.
else I'm about to drive my car through your shop. And if you don't want that, and you don't want to ruin all them other people's cars, you better you do right by me.
Yeah, I
And
feel you. I
luckily,
feel you.
thankfully, it's been working out. I haven't had
Yeah.
any
Yeah. Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
But I do understand though too. The whole situation was, you got to understand from our side, right?
Yeah.
Some people got fast money coming in. Some
Yeah.
people don't.
Yeah.
So when situations happen with our car, it's a lot of shops that's screwing people over, like
Yeah.
screwing them over, and then not ever making it right. So we feel caught between a rock and a hard place as a consumer.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
mean, it's got honestly a lot of times, sometimes innocent, get suffer with the guilty.
right,
I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. And I've seen it happen to me, and I really feel bad, but I make it right.
right,
I try to make it right, for real. And I'm not a person. I'm a very humble guy at times. I'm not a fighter by nature. That's just not me. I try to talk myself out of it a lot of times. And you can't be an aggressive nigga. You know what I mean? You give me money, nigga. We get in my face and all that. No, no. You can't be having these people money and then talk trash with it.
right,
That's one reason why I think I've survived so long in this business.
right.
You know, Yeah, I don't do that. I've had a couple of fights now. I have
Just
not a lot.
a couple.
Yeah, I had a few,
Okay,
fights. You're gonna get that, but I'm not a fighter. That's not my character. That's not a
right,
character. I don't try to, I got to defend myself.
right.
I'm not like that. So
Speaking of you saying you're gonna only get better in the next, you don't think you would want to turn, because you say you have a son? How you have more than one son, right?
yeah, but they don't want to be involved. They
They
see they say it's too hard. It's too much.
they probably see all the crap you go through.
Yeah, it's the truth. They don't want, just know. It's I mean, if they've been with me and they've seen it, they say, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Like I said, I've gotten better, way better. I
They some
have.
they
Yeah,
some smart guys. They ain't trying to do that.
yeah. At times, yeah. Listen, yeah, I offered my son, one of my kids, one of my son, I'd offer him some money to come give me a hand. And I ain't gonna tell you how much. I offered him a good bit of money. I'm gonna show him what to do. And he said, nah, I'm good.
Your son say can't no amount of money,
Nah, he said, nah,
because you know he got a front row seat to seeing what you go through.
yeah, he just, no, you know, but, it's what it is, I mean, I still got my health, I got my strength, and, like I told you, I've gotten better, you know, I've gotten way, way, way better than the way I was, man. I still got some customers really mad, but, I think before the year end, we'll be good.
You know the thing about that too though is when they get mad and they go to the internet and then you make it right, you got to make them go back to the internet and be like, hey, you
Nah.
made it right.
Nah, I've had a few of them here and there,
Right.
I've had a few of them, but no, they're not. They're not. They're not. I've had
Yeah.
some good customers. I've wronged them straight up. I've wronged them, and you can see they try to work with me. I don't want to do that, suit, bro. I don't want to bash you. You know what I mean? Just make sure I write. That's okay. I got you, bro. Okay, okay. You know, you know what I mean? And this face right here, we want to try to come at his face like, you don't want to be that Debo nigga, that big nigga, that Debo nigga. You know what I
Right. Right.
mean?
Right.
You know? Yeah, yeah.
And then when you made it right, did they say you made it right? They just was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yes. 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 I've heard. Yes, they have. I remember one time I did a. Let me see. I did a drop. It was maybe a few years ago. I said that. I said dealing with me is like 9 months of pressure having that baby. You know what I mean? Remember, pain, pain, pain. You know what I'm saying? But boy, when that baby come out, they said, "Whoa, golly!" They said, "Sudi, you the best." And, oh man, I'm glad. I said that one time. It wasn't funny, but it was the truth at one time.
my last
Go
question.
ahead.
And then if you have anything you want to say, you can say.
Go ahead.
When you're no longer doing this, what would you like for your legacy to be?
I put my one thing about me. I mastered the candy. I mastered them colors, and I gave it 150% for real. And I got a lot of love for this dumb game, for real. Once the love is gone, that's when I'm gonna go straight up. Once the love is gone, that's when I'm gonna go because I'm just gonna. I don't want to be it just for the money. I want to be it because I really, really, really love it, and I do. I like to see. Listen, I love to see the smile on those customers' face. They say, God, those Studi, you pissed on this mother. You wet this mother up. I don't curse.
Right,
That's why
right.
I say that.
Okay.
They say, you pissed on this mother. God, soup, bro, man. How you do that?
Right.
I'd be like, see that sometime on that face. I love that. That keeps me going.
So if
I
you
really do.
lose, so if you lose your love for it tomorrow, you out.
That's all. I ain't gonna lose the love for it.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Was there anything else you wanted to say before we get out of here? I'm gonna turn the comments back on.
Oh, there are a lot of comments?
I turned them off. I turned them off. Listen, I've been preparing for this interview for at least 2 years,
For
right?
real?
And I said I might have to turn them comments off, and that's okay. We gonna have us a conversation. I said when I called you today and I asked you
Yeah.
them questions, them
Yeah.
messy questions,
Yeah.
and you
I
said
said, go
ask
ahead.
them. I
Go
said,
ahead.
"Ooh, it's going down."
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, tell them to bring me no damn buckets. I don't want no buckets. I want a car that you do all that work on it. I ain't, no, 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 no. Don't bring me no buckets, Bring me something that's probably gonna take me a week or two to get in and out. I still do some of them, but no, I ain't trying to do that no more.
I don't know
It
that's
takes too
that's
long.
gonna happen, but good luck with that.
You know?
Especially you gotta realize
Hey,
we dealing with these cars are years and years and years old.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And if they haven't been garage kept or you know somebody hasn't really taken care of the
yeah,
cars, they that's not gonna happen.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not gonna be set up for that no more. It's too much. There's a lot. That's what messes me up.
Right.
Car been so goddamn change this, change that. Man, let someone else do it and bring me the car and me paint it.
And they
Yeah,
already so
right.
you don't stop doing body work and stuff?
No, no, no. I'm still gonna do it, but not really. Not the ones that was very, 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 very bad. No, no, no. I'm not gonna do that. It's just, you know what I mean. First of all, they're not gonna spend the money. It's not even worth it. I ain't trying to even go there, man. It's not even worth it.
Well, you know what? What my homeboy told me when people bring their car to him and tell him money ain't a problem, he know money a problem. And
Yeah,
he know that them gonna be the customers he gonna have a problem with. When they bring
yeah,
their car
yeah.
and act like money ain't gonna be a problem,
No, no.
that's them the people he know money gonna be a problem with. So so he usually tries to stay away from the money talk. Because
Yeah,
people who really, really got it, they ain't finna conversate with you about, oh, money ain't this ain't the money and this that with the money. You get what I'm saying?
yes,
They gonna want to know what they get charged, but they ain't gonna have the money talk like, well, and then them the people that's gonna be like, oh well, I don't have 12,000 right now. I only got 8,000, and now your first mind told you shouldn't have took them people in anyway.
Yep, that's why I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm done with that.
Has it ever been a time when you didn't follow your first mind and it landed you in
Yeah,
a bad?
numerous times. Yeah, I've learned from that. I tell you one thing, it ain't been like that. It hasn't been like that lately. For real.
Well,
I
Sue, listen,
haven't.
we
Yeah.
got through it. Listen, I appreciate you sitting down because you've been running from me for 4 years.
But it
Four
was
years.
good. It was
Yeah, it
good.
was. I had a good time, even though you made me ask you them uncomfortable questions.
Oh, hey, there's no problem. Did you know, you might not believe this, did you know I almost didn't do it?
Really?
I'm telling you, man, I just came from church, Kingdom Hall, and I was tired and sleeping. I'm like, but when I got here to the house, I said, okay, you know what? I can't do this. No, I can't. It's been too long. Let me go and do it.
Not again, because you done
No,
flaked
I said,
out
no, I couldn't
before.
do that. No, that would have been right.
We
That
weren't
would have been right.
gonna
No,
be friends no more,
no,
Sudie.
no, no. Me and you good.
And then we got something coming. Me and you gonna be working on something, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So y'all gotta lay around for it. We ain't gonna talk about what it is, but
Yes,
me and Sudie
definitely.
got something coming.
Okay,
But
I
listen,
appreciate it.
I appreciate you sitting down, taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to me. And it really was fun. I had a good time.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I wish you let the comments up there. I like to read some of them, but it's too late.
I left them. I got rid of them when I need to get rid of them, and I put them back when I
A
need
lot
to
of
put them.
they was talking trash, huh?
Yes. I didn't want you to get. See, this is the mistake,
Yeah,
right? So I've been doing this show for September 2nd. Will be 5 years, right?
yeah.
I used to read and respond to every comment, but this
Uh,
is the mistake the guests make. They look at the comments and they respond, and that takes the focus away from the questions that I'm asking. So
no,
I'm
I don't
like,
do
let me
that.
just turn it on.
It doesn't bother me.
No, you didn't.
My
You
no,
didn't.
listen to me. My skin is very thick. It
Yeah.
doesn't bother me like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I know they're gonna. Listen, I know they're gonna come
Yeah.
at me. But I'm all good though.
Yeah. But it's okay. We made it through. We had a great time.
Yeah, we did. Hey, again, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have
Hey,
a good
listen, let me
night. We appreciate it.
ask you a question.
Yes.
This interview, do you record it?
Yes. So it'll be on YouTube in the next 30 minutes.
Really? All right, I appreciate it.
All
How can
right.
I get to it? I don't really do the YouTube thing. How do I really?
I'm going to send you the link.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Have a
bye
good night.
bye. You too. All right.
So, guys, if y'all missed any of tonight's episode of Rise and Vibes, you can click the link in my bio to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can catch the full replay of tonight's episode of Rise and Vibes. Also, if you haven't been subscribed, you've missed almost 5 years of shows. So, you have a lot of catching up to do. We're celebrating 5 years, September 2nd, which is a Monday. We'll have the very first guest that was ever on the show, which was Rose the Kid. This is going to be hilarious. So, thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's episode of Rise and Vibes, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.